Tell us a little bit about what you saw and being able to relay that message to Cora when you watched Kimbrel pitch and kind of help out so he wasn't tipping his pitches.
So tipping pitches, we hear about it all the time.
People at home understand what tipping pitches is all about.
It's amazing.
And that's remarkable.
Alex, I know you have post notifications set up for this account, but for the edification of our listeners, in case they haven't seen this yet, through email notifications, Google alerts, Instagram push notifications, like you have, to be clear, I want to share, maybe read you the caption of a collaborative post between the Mets and a little company that you maybe have a little piece of, a stake in, called OpenAI. ChatGPT meets the Mets! ! On Wednesday, September 17th, every fan at Citi Field will experience a special collab. You know that feeling when you experience a special collab?
I love experiencing collabs. It's my favorite thing to do with them.
If it's going to be a special collab, I want to experience it. And if I'm going to experience something, I want it to be a special collab. A special collab between ChatGPT and the Mets. All fans in attendance get exclusive Mets and ChatGPT pin powered by ChatGPT. Just tap it with your phone to launch the experience. Custom portraits via ChatGPT powered photo booths. Sorry. Trying to get it out. ChatGPT field guide. You know, the field guide.
Oh, field.
You know, like when you go to a stadium.
Field guide.
And you're like, man, I wish I had a field guide right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that
And
first
I
or
had
third
a
base
field
that I'm
guide.
looking at?
I wish I had a field guide that I tapped my phone onto a pin to access.
Is that it? Is there anything more?
There's plenty more. There's a lot of comments that I'd like to read to you, but I wondered.
Yeah.
I wondered if you wanted to talk about how proud you were that this project you've been working on has finally come to fruition.
It is really exciting to finally to launch this. It has been, frankly, at least hours of work getting this off the ground. I've spent a lot of time over the last day getting it ready. No, this is, frankly, we talk a lot about how we need baseball to reach the new generation. You know, we want it to grow its reach. And I think this is the way to do it.
Can I read you a smattering of comments?
Yeah.
Top comment. Ask it how to win a game.
Nice.
Second comment. Yankees Trump son or Mets AI daughter. Here's another comment. Can the AI pitch?
Nice. Good. 4 out of 10.
Yeah. A lot of people talking about AI draining our natural resources.
That's cool.
Which I don't know if you
talking
saw
about
this.
It's not cool that it's doing that.
Right, but I don't know if you saw this, but Sam Altman was kind of like, it doesn't use that much water, you know?
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah. So what you thought you knew before, it kind of just, in the baseball world, we call that adjusting your priors.
Yeah. No, if he says that, he would know better than anyone.
All right. I mean, for a lot of first-hand data.
Going straight to the source.
He's experienced the special collab between the water and his computer servers.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a collab that makes sense. It's a team that tends to autocomplete disappointment. So, you know, this is the company to work with, I think.
Do you think there'll be the Mets jersey patch at some point?
Oh God.
Lots to think about. It would actually
no chance.
It would be genuinely hard to weigh their evil compared to the other companies that we've ranked.
Yes.
On our evil jersey sponsors. I wanted to start with this. Today's episode is going to be a bit of a grab bag episode. We haven't done like kind of just like straightforward to big pitches episode in like a month at this point. And last week's we did a frankly behemoth of an episode about mostly music and walk up songs and baseball takes from musicians, which has become our specialty. But today I wanted to talk about a bunch of things. I wanted to start with this because it's top of mind for me, the fact that I hate to admit it, I was one of the first people to throw dirt on this concept, but unfortunately, lol Mets is back.
Interesting.
It's like risen from the grave like the Undertaker.
Yeah. But I, frankly, not in nearly as creative or interesting as a way that I think was characterized by the team a few years ago.
No, I don't know. I think maybe you haven't been paying close enough attention. Last night, I was at the Mets game, Tong versus DeGrom. Jonah Tong didn't make it out of the first inning, gave up 6 runs. Jacob DeGrom, in his much anticipated return to Citi Field, they played a tribute for him while he was warming up in left field 30 minutes before the game when nobody was there to see it.
The tribute, you mean?
Don't. That's getting cut out. And do you see Blake Trinan's hat?
No. What?
Bro, I advise you to look into that. No. Then when DeGrom actually took the mound, when the fans were there to be able to see him and cheer for him, the Mets decided to rock with the guest DJ to pump it up. And he was literally playing like, you know, a little remix of like, you got to pump it up. And DeGrom's out there warming up and the Mets are down 6-0. And I'm just like, what is happening? What's happening? So I unfortunately think lol Mets is back.
Yeah.
They've been the 4th worst team in baseball since June. And I think they're going to miss the playoffs to a team that they traded for their best reliever at the deadline, the San Francisco Giants. So it's bad. I've had a lot of people sharing 2007, 2008 vibes to this team. So it's not a good situation. I just wanted to start by saying I do officially think lol Mets is alive and well.
I mean, if there is a moment that would put a sort of period on that for this season, it does feel like this kind of collab. It's crazy thinking back like a year ago of the sort of like Grimace euphoria, you know, a collab that maybe cut in the exact opposite direction, maybe not entirely dissimilar from something like this, but like
you were such a Grimace hater.
Yeah, I know. I was.
I don't get that. Guy who's spent probably $10,000 at McDonald's in his life hates Grimace throwing out the first pitch.
Some say I may have spent some there in the last 24 hours.
I might eat that for lunch today.
Oh my God.
We're doing great. This pod.
We're doing very well. This podcast is sponsored by Grimace.
No, this podcast actually has a real sponsor, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to do the grab bag. We're going to thank the new patrons. But before we do, I am Bobby Wagner.
I'm Alex Baisley.
And you are listening to Tipping Pitches. Okay, thank you to this week's new patrons. Nicholas, Ali, and Quaylin. Thank you also to Connect Coffee Roasters. Buy one, get one 50% off on Gold Glove Blend. Gold Glove Blend is a way that you can experience a special collab between Ian Happ and Connect Coffee Roasters. And I would say it's more special and a better experience than what we were talking about at the top of the show. I would also say it's a collaboration between a player that plays for between Connect and a player that plays for a team that's actually worthwhile at the top of the National League wildcard standings.
Love doing ad reads while you're going through it.
It's just more authentic to the real situation. I ground up a little Connect this morning, made myself a little iced Americano.
Ooh.
Haven't had a ton to eat today, so the iced Americano plus not a ton to eat is really powering this podcast.
Yep.
So thanks to our friends at Connect Coffee Roasters. Go check them out. Link in the description. Okay, let's grab the bag. It's time to grab the bag. You're gonna reach into the bag and you grab something. Mm-hmm. What you're reaching in? I see you reaching into the bag right now. What do you find?
Yeah, hang on.
You don't want to be a podcaster. You want to be an ASMR YouTuber.
Yes, I do. Yep. Mm-hmm. No, I want to be one of the people who like does
mukbangs. Yeah.
Jesus. No, who does like sound effects for like movies,
Oh, yeah.
but like out of home objects,
Yeah.
like the wind rustling through the. I don't know if you can hear any of that. I couldn't hear any of it, but I just
You're
like,
saying this
I love,
jokingly,
like,
but I actually would want to do that.
I'm not joking. Whenever one of those videos comes up on my TikTok, and
Nor
it's like,
have I ever been on this podcast. I've never been joking.
I've never joked
dead
about a single
serious.
thing.
Yeah.
No, it sounds fun.
You think those people get paid well?
No, and I think
I feel like they're probably in a union.
possibly can't unionize AI though.
That's true.
Dude, the ChatGPT thing. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to go back to this. It's crazy to me. Who is
I'm
that
not trying
for?
to go back to this, but I'm talking about it. But let's back it up a little. Who is it? Who is it for? It's for what I don't know. Whoever's cashing the check that OpenAI is paying to the Mets. That's who it's for.
I guess. Yeah. Is the thinking that they're like, well, this is how we're going to access more baseball fans? Like, and you'd use
the thinking is that they wrote them a check.
Okay. All right. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Well, you're forgetting the experience of the special collab, dude.
I always do that too.
I know. This podcast is somewhat of a special collab between you, me, and the listeners.
Before
you're Sam Altman. I'm Steve Cohen. And the listeners are the Mets fans.
Before this podcast gets too completely unhinged and off the rails, I think we would be remiss if we did
deep source guy.
Yeah. What,
Deep seek?
Deep seek. There you
Deep
go.
seek.
Yeah.
Deep sources. Just embedded in my mind from my journalism degree.
No, I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to everyone who came out last weekend to our meetup at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. I know we said it on last week's pod, but it was pre-recorded, and so
true.
A little ingenuine.
I don't speak for yourself. I felt genuine about it.
Okay, yeah, I knew how I was going to feel after the game.
I didn't.
No, it's fun. Hey,
I
Kauffman
couldn't
Stadium.
have predicted how I felt Sunday.
That's for sure. Kauffman Stadium, good ballpark.
I like it.
I enjoyed it.
Unfortunately, every Uber driver who I talked to in Kansas City in the greater Kansas City region was like, they're tearing it down. Right?
Yep, same.
They were all obsessed with tearing it down.
It was that and Taylor Swift. Those were the two Uber drive conversation points.
Well, I know because Friday night, the Chiefs, I don't know if you're aware of this, then it's called the National Football League.
Okay.
You still with me?
Same one.
Yeah, you still with me? So
they're the ones doing
Chiefs,
the World Cup over
Yeah.
here. Right?
Chiefs played in Brazil on Friday night, which is just downright absurd.
Exactly. Soccer.
So
Yeah.
against the Chargers, and the Chiefs lost. So a lot of people wanted to talk about that and Taylor Swift and her relationship to the Kansas City Chiefs and just Kansas City in general. I had a great time. I thought it was really amazing to go to the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, which we did as a group on Saturday morning. That was just a really special experience.
Yep.
That museum packs a punch in just a tiny little area. Really just one floor, and you kind of go around in a semicircle, and there's so much history in there, and it's just wonderfully presented. I had a phenomenal time. They do a wonderful job there. So that was really cool. It's a baseball town, Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah. Also, it's a football town. Jesus Christ, we get it. You guys are Chiefs fans. You don't need to. Everyone walking around, I was like, are they on the team? Like, what's going on? Chiefs jersey, Chiefs hat.
I had a really interesting experience in an Uber back from, people tap into this podcast and they're like, I wish these guys talked more about their experience driving around in Ubers. But I had a really experience where
a really special experience.
Really special experience.
Yeah.
It was a special collab, and I got in the back of it was a Tesla, and the guy driving it was telling
everything's
us
computer in those areas.
Everything's computer. Literally, there was a TV screen on the back of the seat. It was like a big tablet, and it was playing the Chiefs game. And he was talking about the Chiefs game. He was talking about his Tesla, obviously, because every time you're in a Tesla, you have to talk about how the fact you're in a Tesla. He was like, just took this bad boy up to the Finger Lakes He didn't actually say that. He was kind of like, it sucked driving this all the way up to the Finger Lakes because I had to stop 17 times to charge it. And I was like, yeah, man, that's what happens when everything's computer.
Mm-hmm.
That was my experience.
That was fun. That was good.
Overall, Kansas City, good town.
Good town. Good place to be. Thank you to everyone who came out. Thank you to everyone who tailgated with us.
So awesome. Yeah.
Thanks to everyone who belted some tunes at karaoke after the game.
Thanks to Greg for organizing the tailgate. Thanks to Sally for organizing the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum.
Greg too as well.
Greg too. Yeah, good bit.
Yeah, good bit. It's that's a real if you know moment right there.
Can't wait to do it next year. A lot of rumors swirling around about where it's going to be. A lot of rumors.
Yeah, no, I was here. A lot
of
people were talking about it. We've got some suggestions, but I think I don't know. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I think we would continue to take suggestions if you want to make the case for why tipping pitches should come to your city next.
Sacramento, done and dusted. Let's do it.
Actually, we did say we were going to go to a game out there. Maybe not for meetup purposes, but
we say a lot of things.
We do say a lot of things.
Speaking of that, let's say some more things. You've been reaching in the bag for so long, and what's
That's
come
true.
out?
My hand did get stuck in there. It's kind of like one of those Chinese finger traps. I actually can't get it out.
The video viewers can really, they love that image.
I don't know. I feel like half the things on my list you're gonna want me to say on the Patreon episode.
You're probably right.
Yeah. You know what I will just say? Our commander-in-chief, our president, Donald Trump, was at the New York Yankees game at this point 2 days ago for 9/11 anniversary. And
I don't know why you're looking at me and laughing. I'm just listening. I'm listening and I'm learning. You're
learning a lot. I know. No, he met with quite a number of Yankees players.
Yes.
In the clubhouse. He did the handshake rounds. There were some notable exceptions. I think Giancarlo Stanton wasn't there. Ben Rice as well. And maybe one or two others whose name I'm blanking on. The part that struck me the most is that as he was
wait, hang on. I got him for you right here because...
Okay, that's perfect.
Quite literally, Mike Schubert texted me the full list of guys who did not meet with them and was like, these are my new favorite Yankees. Friend of the pod, Mike Schubert. Stanton Grisham, Cody Bellinger.
Oh, yes.
He probably just forgot. Ben Rice, Fernando Cruz, and Devin Williams. And Jazz.
Right. They were like, the president's here. And he was like, fuck, like, are my eyes too red? Like, oh my God, I forgot about this.
Jazz actually didn't go because the president was like, I only want to see guys who have had a 3-war season before they become the cover athlete of MLB The Show.
Jesus Christ. Well played. Do Donald Trump and Anthony Volpe know each other?
Yeah, I think so.
Are they like buddies?
I think that there's previously unearthed knowledge events about Volpe like golfing at a Trump golf course or something like that. Or like maybe his family being a member. This is me spreading not fake news, just like thoughts and memories that I have.
Right.
I think there's something to do with, yes, he's from a North Jersey conservative family who maybe has some ties to the, Trump golf course in that area.
Right.
I have a vague
Trump
memory
industrial
of that.
complex.
Yeah.
All right. That was my question. I'm done. That's it.
It's pretty clear that Trump wants to capture that turn of the century magic that the Yankees had, and he wants to be the person to bring that back.
Yep.
And there is no better example of how that's never coming back than Anthony Volpe. You compare the Volpe experience to Derek Jeter. It's just like, man, that's done and dusted, bro. That's not coming back.
I don't know. Aaron Judge, 2 home runs that very same night. He came out afterwards and said, hey, maybe we need to invite him through more often. Maybe he's our lucky charm.
I can't make heads or tails of Aaron Judge. What does that guy think about anything at all?
He honestly feels like a little ChatGPT generated.
Yeah.
Like everything he says, I'm kind of like, are you out of your like context window at this point? Like
I'm always thinking that when I hear people talking. It's starting to smell like you're a little out of your context.
Exactly.
Okay. Anything else to say about that?
No, he looked like he had a good time.
He was not there to throw the first pitch, right? He didn't.
I don't think he did. No, I think we would have seen much more about it. No,
that's true. There's no way I wouldn't have seen that. And also, of course, there's all the people who are like, he doesn't have a right arm. Have you seen this conspiracy theory?
I have. Well, and honestly, I do kind of wonder, like, is he ever going to throw out a first pitch again? I'm not confident that he would be able to get to the ball to the plate.
I don't think he will.
In which case, I don't think he would do it.
Will a president ever throw a first pitch ever again?
Wow.
Not a lot of upside to it.
Yeah.
You can only look silly.
That's true.
Unless you're George Bush.
Well, and the way that the executive office has become so politicized lately, you know?
Yeah.
Like we used to get behind George Bush and say, yeah, drop that change up in there.
I would love to see if a hypothetical future president threw out a first pitch and it was like, man, the inverted break on that one was not where it needs to be to miss bats.
Right. I know those StatCast cameras, those Hawkeye cameras are running.
Yeah.
I know I know you can tell me the vertical drop on that pitch.
StatCast? I think you mean StatCast presented by Google Cloud. Thank you, Google Cloud.
Shit. I always do that.
You just have to pay the FCC fine to Google. Okay. I'm reaching into the bag.
Yeah.
Here's what I come out with. Speaking of StatCast presented by Google Cloud. MLB is something in their cloud software is going through it at the moment in multiple different places. I don't know if they're being hacked. I don't know if they've had a critical infrastructure damage, taken some critical infrastructure damage. Two things have been going on for me in the baseball world, and I hope some listeners can validate either and or both of these things. The first is that they've sent multiple emails being like, we're having a lot of trouble with the MLB ballpark app. I don't know if this is Mets specific, but they're like, we've had quite a few reports of tickets being transferred out of accounts that shouldn't have been transferred out of accounts. Now, this did not affect me personally. I had tickets in my account, but they're like, just go check to see if everything's all right. That's what the email said.
Go see if your apes are all still there.
No, literally. Okay, that's the first thing. The more annoying thing is in my MLB TV app, Alex, and this could have to do with the fact that my Samsung TV is not doing so hot at the moment, purchased in 2019, still holding on strong. Probably a little bit smoother than your Roku TV, but maybe not as smooth as a new TV. There's this glitch that keeps happening during commercials only, where the last 1 second of a commercial buffers and repeats about 10 or 15 times. It buffers and repeats audio and video. So it'll be like the jingle keeps repeating at the end of it, or it'll be like MasterCard, card.
Well, that was kind of hot.
And it's making me insane. It's making me so insane. And I just felt like I needed to talk about it in this episode.
No, this is the place to do it, to get it off your chest. That sounds...
And it buffers, and then the whole next commercial plays, so it loses time and falls behind what's actually happening in the game. So then I have to exit and go back. And the Mets are playing like ass. And so I'm like, it really has me questioning, like, what am I even doing? What's the point of leaving and coming back to this game that the Mets are losing 7-2? And it all has me really kind of down in the dumps about baseball.
Welcome to the cord has been cut, my friend. Welcome to the future.
Yeah, do we think this is going to get better when it becomes part of the ESPN app?
I do think it will get much better. Yes.
Right. Most things do get better, right?
Well, especially as you bring more companies in to get a slice of the pie and sort of fragment out the experience a little bit more. I do tend to think that often the user experience tends to skyrocket into a very special experience.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Next in our long-running etymology series, when you say slice of the pie, what kind of pie are you picturing?
Intriguing. Yeah, that's a good question.
Thank you.
Many options to consider from. I know many pies.
What does ChatGPT say?
Frankly, I might know the most pies of anyone out there. 3.1415 926535
There you go.
8979.
Cook. All the mathematics majors listening to the podcast are going off right now.
Bro, this
honking
is
their horns.
It was like 7th grade, and for Pi Day, it was like, there's a challenge. And memorize as many digits of pi as you can.
Yeah.
And you'll get pi at the end, presumably.
And you still have those memories in your head.
Did it? I both lost the competition and have remembered it. Yeah, at the expense of like
critical moments.
Right.
Joy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, birthdays,
right, so what kind of pie?
weddings.
What kind of pie?
Probably a blueberry pie. Even though I actually am not a blueberry pie guy.
Bad take. I am. Blueberry pie, warmed up, scoop of vanilla ice cream. Doesn't get better than that.
Yeah. I guess I'm just not a big blueberries guy.
I feel like mostly you just get bad blueberries these days. That's
I think maybe that's what it is. I need to be having better blueberry pie.
You think it's because of the tariffs?
Yeah.
On the farmers?
What do we do? What's going on right now?
Okay, blueberry pie. Okay, great. I'm going to go galaxy brain mode on you. When I think slice of the pie, I think a slice of pizza. A pizza pie.
What?
Yep.
No,
I want
you
a
don't.
slice of pizza. I do. So that's the kind of pie that I most prefer. Savory, Savory. I'm not a big dessert guy. I don't have much of a sweet tooth.
So when Rob Manfred says, we're not trying to divvy up more pieces of the pie, we're trying to grow the overall pie. You're like,
pizza.
That's right. That's right. Take that baby from a 28-inch to a 32-inch. Let's go.
Dude, extra large.
Uh-huh.
It's much easier to make a bigger pizza than it is to make a bigger blueberry pie, frankly. Crust implodes on a big blueberry pie.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. My logic is holding up here. You weren't expecting this. You've been foiled in this great debate. Cry more.
So grow the pizza pie.
Yep. The fact that maybe you were so surprised that I think of a pizza pie, listeners, are you think what I'm thinking? Anti-Italian discrimination?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. The moon hits my eye and I'm like, this better not be a fucking pizza pie. Blueberry or nothing.
Yeah. The moon doesn't look like a pizza pie. The moon kind of looks like an apple pie.
Say more. I don't know that I agree with that.
Because an apple pie often has like a top crust too, which has like little craters or inconsistencies in the top.
Okay.
I guess it could look like a pepperoni pie.
It could look like a pepperoni pie, yeah.
Yeah. But as you know, I'm not a big pepperoni guy.
But fuck.
More of a sausage guy.
So many considerations.
This is a good podcast so far. What's your next topic?
I think this is a great podcast so far. Funnily enough, my next topic was rank your favorite pies. But I think we're good
Pizza
there.
number 1.
All right. I'm back in the bag. Hand is deep in there.
He's in his bag like Kyrie Irving, ladies and gentlemen.
My bag like Kawhi Leonard. That's really what I am.
I can't wait to talk about that. That's on my list.
All right, great. This will be quick because this conversation happened a week ago, and that's always a really good time to discuss recent events. And also, I'm not interested in talking about it. Many of you may have seen there was a woman at a Marlins Phillies game who accosted a father who had gotten a foul ball for his child. The details, frankly, are irrelevant. The internet tried to dox her. It was a whole thing. We should know less about each other. We should be unplugging and touching grass. And the kid got out. Kid made it okay. But Blowout Cards, which is a trading card retailer, is now offering the woman $5,000 for said ball if she hands it over and writes the words "I'm sorry" on it. Which is
that's not enough.
It's not for just a ball. I was going to say that's the deal of a lifetime. That thing is worth that thing's worth 50 cents.
No, bro. You go to the store. You go to Dick's Sporting Goods. That thing's worth $29.99. That's what the market value for one of these baseballs is going for.
If this is a possibility, This might be a new business lane for us. I'm gonna
Zach
go.
Campbell's been trying to tell you, dude. And you weren't listening.
That's true. That actually is true. And I'm sorry. I'm gonna sit my ass down and listen and learn from Zach Campbell.
They hated him in his time, but now look what
Right.
he's wrought.
They booed him because he spoke the truth.
They
Take
feared him
foul
because
balls
they
from
couldn't
little kids.
understand him, dude.
That's it.
Evidence,
I just want to say
evidence is inconclusive. Evidence is inconclusive. Don't know enough about it for me to comment.
Of
Who's
just
right,
the whole,
who's wrong.
the whole
situation.
scenario.
Don't know nothing about. Not my business. Marlins, Phillies. Don't know them.
I agree. I think this happened like while we were in Kansas City, which was probably for the best because I wasn't able to experience this in real time. I just sort of saw clips on it on my timeline.
Would you have on your time? Would you have experienced it in real time if you were here in New York? Like, what a weird delineation to draw. When I'm in New York, I'm constantly watching Marlins games.
I mean, no, that's all I have to say. Great investment opportunity on behalf of this woman. She's gonna make out like a bandit from this, and I might do this at the next baseball game I go to.
Just start stealing balls.
Yeah,
If it's hit close to me, sure. You know, if I gotta move,
mm-hmm.
I'm not moving.
Yeah, like I'm not leaving my row.
No.
That's yeah. I might move down a couple seats if there's no one sitting there, but if there are people sitting next to me, what?
I think the beauty of catching a ball at a baseball game, and now I'm just sort of sharing. I'm opining beyond the situation of the context.
Yeah.
I'm opining. All right, strap in. This is just my honest thoughts and opinions here.
That's what this place is for.
Yeah, definitely.
Facts over
facts. Facts
Okay.
over feelings.
Yeah.
Facts over feelings. I think the beauty of catching a baseball game from live play at a Major League Baseball game is serendipity. If it comes to me, it was meant to be. Sort of like, you're familiar with the song Invisible String by Taylor Swift. There's an invisible string between me and that baseball.
Yep. Yeah, that's where my mind went as well.
Yeah. I got a really good night's sleep last night. That's why all these jokes are punchy, right on the nose. But if I have to run for the ball,
Yeah.
or if it landed closer to another person, I feel as I'm infringing on their invisible string situation.
Right. Yeah, well, it doesn't feel earned at that point. Like I could just walk up to anyone and ask for a baseball. Like what?
I know.
You've gotten rid of the magic of saying this went from bat to my hands.
Yes. I'm not going to begrudge anyone who sits near the bullpen who like a bullpen catcher throws them a ball and they got a ball. And
No, exactly.
But that's not as exciting as if you catch a foul ball. It's just not. It wasn't as earned.
I agree.
I know you agree. Chat, do you agree? Sound off in the chat.
Chat, do you agree?
The Vimeo chat of the live video feed for the special secret Patreon.
Mm-hmm. Right. Over on Rumble.
I don't know what that is. And you keep like saying these different platforms. I'm like, at this point in my life, I use about 4 websites. Okay.
ChatGPT.
No.
Sports
Slack.
Business Journal.
Slack, Riverside, Patreon.com, and
Truth
Gmail. And obviously XD, everything. 5 websites.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll never quit it. I never will.
I know. Death to apps. Bring back websites. Bring back just like websites that do a thing really good.
I use x.com. I use desktop in browser, the Twitter experience. Always have, always will.
I have a question for you. Do you type in x.com right now? Because I still
type Twitter.
type Twitter and let it redirect. I'm like, I don't want to give it that direct link.
Yeah,
also,
I'm
just
using
my muscle memory of like a
computing power.
decade of typing in TW and then the rest filling in.
Yep. Same.
Okay, good.
I don't even know how to get my finger to the X key. I don't use that letter very often out of protest because I think what Elon Musk has done to this world is just frankly unacceptable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I won't use the letter X at all.
Right.
Do you remember when PayPal was going to be called X? What's your next?
Dude,
thing?
I was there in the room. My next.
You voted yes, right?
I did. Yeah, that's why we both got booted. My next thing, actually, I just want to read you a couple excerpts from an article in the Financial Times.
Dude,
Heard of it?
heard of it. How do you read these articles? Do you have a subscription to the Financial Times?
No. Archive PH, brother.
Okay. You know,
Or-
12-foot ladder stopped working.
I know. It's
That
out,
was a
but
tough break for me.
it was. But remove paywall is really good because it aggregates like 5 different archive websites, and you can just try all the different options.
Swag.
That's my little pro tip for you.
Don't do that to our Patreon content.
What? Tell listeners how to get the free version of the feed. Just ask, honestly. That's how you get it.
No, pay $10. Patreon.com/tipping pitches.
Financial Times article about our friend Steve Cohen. We got I don't know how the bingo card is doing. I don't think we had prestige profile of an owner on this year's bingo card.
No, we didn't run it back because we hit it last year.
Right. This article is about the man who would be king of Queens. It's a good piece. I encourage you all to check it out if you're sort of interested in the mechanisms through which Steve Cohen is largely trying to build $1 billion casino in Queens, and the way that he is really trying to ingratiate himself in that community. I want to read you a couple lines that really just spoke to me in particular. Regarding point 72, Cohen was never charged with insider trading, but reached an agreement with regulators in 2016 in which he neither admitted nor denied allegations of failing to supervise one of the employees found guilty of insider trading. That's always the best way of getting out from something, is neither confirming nor denying.
Mm-hmm.
I think it tends to absolve you.
I'd like to exercise my Fifth Amendment rights.
Later on in the article, he spent billions of dollars on the Mets over the past 5 years and soon became known among fans as Uncle Steve, a legend among truck drivers and accountants alike. Do you think those are the two core demographics of Mets fans, truck drivers and accountants?
Accountants, yes.
Okay.
Truck drivers, not really. But you famously know way more truck drivers than me because you're in fantasy leagues
that's
with
true.
them.
I should ask them. What do you guys think?
Do you guys have like a group chat? Are you on WhatsApp? Like, how's it? What's going on? You on Discord?
No, I'll Telegram, brother.
Just email? Like, how does it happen? Teach me.
I really liked that distinction, like trying to come up with two opposite ends of the spectrum. They were like, what is the like most blue collar job you can have? Driving a truck.
Right.
And what's the most white collar job you can have? Being a fucking pencil pusher. You know? Doing
Is
math.
that derogatory? Is pencil pusher derogatory in any way? Or is it like playfully derogatory?
I don't know. I'm a pencil pusher. I don't know that it's derogatory.
I'm an email pusher. That's what I am.
Oh, there you go.
You would not believe, maybe you would believe, how many emails I write.
I do believe.
Fucking open rates, email sequences. It's just not. This is life now,
Are you a pencil guy? Do you ever write with pencils anymore?
Literally never.
I can't remember the last time I did.
If I have, I'll tell you what, the only time I've written with a pencil in the last 10 years has been at mini golf.
True. Ooh, good pull. Yeah.
Thank you. I only I had mini golfed last weekend in Kansas City.
Okay, all right, there you
that's
go.
Why I was thinking it's on the top of mind.
The last thing I want to read you from this article, this is Cohen speaking about the casino and its potential development. Quote,
I thought this was not happening. Like,
what? Wait, what do you mean?
He's just speaking it into existence. I mean, didn't Jessica Ramos voted against it? And now he's trying to go through a different way. It's just like, we're talking about it like it's real.
The legislature, I think, overruled her. There was one of her colleagues, Jessica Ramos's colleagues, introduced the legislation to move forward the proposal or something like that.
They're calling her the most effective politician in New York history.
Yeah, she does make a couple appearances in this article. We hardly knew ye, Jessica. We tried to have you on.
Dude, she's still got a shot to be comptroller.
It's true.
She's still got a shot to be deputy mayor for Cuomo. You never know.
Maybe the nightmare. Someone's got to be the like nightlife mayor.
What are you talking about?
All right, this is a thing. Never mind. The last thing I want to read from this article. Steve Cohen says, quote, the biggest complaint, this is from an interview that he gave at a conference in June.
Should have been there.
The biggest complaint from my fans is when they come to a game, there's nothing to do at the stadium. I know a handful of Mets fans.
No.
I think there are one or two complaints above there's nothing to do around the stadium.
Oh, he's saying like extracurricular activities when you're not on the grounds of Citi Field.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Like there's
Understood.
not, it's not eventized. It's not like you can, and by extracurricular activities, the only thing here, apparently this complex would include a concert venue, hotel, food hall, and a new park, in addition to the casino. So the other things to do, the extracurricular activities involve buying food, which I can do at most baseball games, if not all baseball games these days. I think it's a pretty common occurrence. Or
famously, you can also do it just like right on the street in Queens and get much better, cheaper food.
Yes, quite literally. Or throw down some dollars on my blackjack game.
Do you play blackjack?
I mean, I have played blackjack.
Okay. What's
Like,
your strategy? You like a risk taker or card counter? Or
yeah, I always say hit me. Just hit me. Just hit me. Hit me.
Like, sir, you've already gone over. You've already busted.
Yeah, and I'm like, I know, please hit me. Give me one right here in the cheek. I think Mets fans would take a winning baseball team over a food court next to Citi Field. But what do I know? I think it's usually ChatGPT collaboration. Team that plays good baseball.
We're talking Maslow's hierarchy right here.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Once I've had my food court satisfied and I know I'm not hungry anymore, okay, now let's talk about whether or not the team is good.
Right.
I find food courts to be somewhat underwhelming. I'm focusing a little too much on the food court aspect of this, but food courts usually aren't good.
Correct.
Sometimes they are. Sometimes it could be a fun experience. More often than not, I find them to be underwhelming.
Were you a big mall guy growing up?
Yes.
Big, like, let's go. Me and my friends are just going to hang at the mall.
Yes.
Do hooligan shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. I miss those days. Because you know what I would do? Obviously, the mall, right in the same parking lot as the movie theater. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the mall, get dropped off at the mall food court, get into some hooligan shit, walk across the parking lot, go to the movies. Continue to do hooligan shit at the movies.
Something's never changed.
Bounce right back. It's like a game of Pong. Just bouncing back and forth between the mall food court and the movie theater. Sometimes you do a double feature.
That, yeah.
Double feature. You can kill a whole day that way, Alex.
Wow, you were doing double features.
This is how I became the movie influencer that I am today. Okay, and the appreciator of orange chicken.
Right, you didn't.
I am today as
you
well.
didn't just adopt this as an adult. This was molded. You planted these seeds long ago.
2009, when I was in there watching Knowing on opening night, the failed Nick Cage horror movie, where there's a pattern of a sequence that they could see of predicting the horrors, natural disasters in the world. I was in there, man. I was in that seat. I was tapped in. I was putting in the work. 13 years old. Not afraid of hard work. No, I'm not. Okay. It's time to talk about the National Basketball Association. What you talked about with Steve Cohen is actually kind of a perfect segue to what I wanted to talk about with Adam Silver. I mean, maybe we could talk about the Kawhi thing. I think we should, just from the purview of what we typically cover on the podcast. But before we do, I wanted to mention. So
whenever can I just say, whenever you say before we do, my mind
Get ready
immediately
to
goes
say,
to
I'm Alex
I'm
Paisley."
Alex Paisley. I just
You should do that. That's a good bit.
it's like Pavlovian.
So, the Silver gave a press conference. Among other things, he was asked about Kawhi a lot, but he was also asked about, the rising cost of watching NBA games. If you wanted to watch every single one of your NBA team's games, also go to a couple games, like what would that cost you in a year? It's a lot because it's multiple different streaming services. It's NBA League Pass. It's ESPN. It's a lot of different things. So I'm now reading from a Rachel Nichols tweet, your favorite journalist. Adam Silver was asked about the rising cost to watch a season of NBA games as a fan of a particular team, considering all the games on either cable or streaming services. He said that there are a bunch of games that will go on free broadcast TV and that fans can also consume the league in other ways besides watching games, noting that the NBA is a highlight league. To me, I felt like this is it's not the same as what's happened with baseball, but it's not so different, right? The panic about whether or not people are actually watching the games, the panic about whether its moment has somewhat passed and there's like decreasing interest in the sport, that people only want to watch highlights, they don't want to watch the games. First of all, none of this is true. It was never true with baseball. It's not true with the NBA. People watch the games. Maybe the exact same amount of people don't watch the games. Maybe it's not quite as consistent as they want it to be. But they watched the games enough to the point where they signed a $77 billion TV contract last year. I just find it kind of deeply ironic that like they have this TV deal, the franchise values line go up, but also he's like, "Yeah, man, if you watch it, you watch. I don't really care." Like we're divorced. We've gone through so many levels of divorcing value and economic validity from reality, where he's like, just watch the highlights. Like they don't make money from the fucking highlights.
Well, and that's also
nobody paid $6.4 billion for the Celtics because I tweet that I don't like how Jason Tatum dribbles.
But that's also like, as a fan, if I'm a fan who is like, I wonder if I can afford, NBA TV or not. No, I probably can't. I don't know what my local cable deal is. Like, what is
NBA League Pass?
Yes, NBA TV. Whatever. That's not the most encouraging thing to hear. Oh, we'll just watch the highlights then. Oh, so you don't want me to watch your sport?
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I won't watch anything.
The comments on this are crazy, and caveat, most of them are probably bots. A couple of people being like, "You guys can watch highlights. It's crazy. In short, I don't care." But then also here's someone that said, "Worst commissioner in sports history at any level. League will be in better place once he's removed from his role." My man. Speaking as a historian of sports commissioners.
I don't know that I agree with that, but I appreciate adding it to the conversation.
Like someone sitting there being like, "All right, power rank him 5 worst commissioners."
Right, exactly. It's like, look, he was number 2 in my head, but after hearing
he just leapfrogged him.
He just leapfrogged Kennesaw Mountain Landis.
All right, that's all I got, and also the Kawhi salary cap thing. If you want to close by talking about that. Or if there's anything else in your bag that you haven't pulled out.
There's nothing left in my bag. My bag is empty. It's run dry. The Kawhi story is unbelievable. Journalism is not dead.
It's a 12-round fight, and it was only round 7. We still got a lot of rounds to go for journalism versus society. Journalism versus capitalism. We might win out.
We might, we got knocked down a couple times.
I sort of think a lot about like what Pablo has started to do. Like we maybe seeded the ground for him here, like with all the journalistic endeavors that we've pursued on this podcast.
Right.
And Pablo is like, now that they've carved out a little lane for us here, podcasters who do journalism.
Right. Pablo's like, I see myself in the tipping pitches guys.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
Finally I feel represented, and I can maybe that I can do that as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And all the documentation that we've looked through on this podcast over the years.
We've looked through a lot. That's for sure. To what end? It's a little unclear. Still a little bit unclear.
Listen, if you want to know about a salary arbitration. I'm your freaking guy.
That's true. If you want to know who's donated in the New York City mayoral race, I'll tell you.
If you want to know about the approved list of supplements in the Major League Baseball CBA, I'm with it.
Yeah. Speak to us right here.
All right, Kawhi. What does your gut tell you? Did he really circumvent the salary cap, Steve Ballmer?
Yes, and it's really funny that he did it this way.
I agree.
I kind of have to hand it to him, honestly.
If this happened in baseball, it would be literally the only thing I could talk to anyone about for a year.
It's so the amount of things that it combines, like greenwashing and like CBA, like labor violations,
tree bank,
a tree bank, just incompetence,
bankruptcy,
right?
Fraud.
New like tech ventures. It's all there.
Guys who went to Duke, no, Harvard. They all went to Harvard, I think. Guys who went to Harvard.
The founders?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And it's really stunning because, like, I typically think of Harvard as a place where this kind of thing could never happen.
Right. Like typically breeding sort of the next generation of model citizens.
Yeah.
More than
Men of Harvard.
Mm.
Where have I heard that phrase?
Social network.
Exactly. I was expecting maybe like that to be funnier. Like when we played that out, then it just didn't turn into a bit. It was just kind of like we're just talking.
Where have I heard that before? Oh, the social network.
Here's the right answer.
Sorry, we can do that again.
Men of Harvard. You can say, where have I heard that before?
The hazing you and I both went through. We did it. We were boys of Harvard, but now.
No, we're men of Harvard. Okay, that's pretty good.
All right.
I like that. Yeah. People like to see the work here.
They do. Yeah.
I'm not just going to cuck out and edit it out when it's not very funny.
No, usually all of our funniest jokes, there are 4 or 5 versions that we've done that you've edited out beforehand. The show is highly, highly produced.
Can you imagine if that was actually the case? If every time we made a joke, we tried it like 3 or 4 different ways, like it was a sketch comedy routine.
Right. No, say that again. Run that back. Back.
No, that would be awesome. It is so funny. I think an underrated part of it, I mean, I know people made their board man gets paid jokes, but like an underrated part of it is that he is the least marketable star, like top tier player in any sport of our lifetimes. He is truly uninteresting and uninterested to be there. He doesn't want to do it. You wonder whether he even like cares about playing basketball or if it's just the thing that he has been gifted with. And despite all that aspiration, the tree bank, the illegal fraudulent tree bank, started by 2 Harvard guys, invested in by Steve Ballmer, $300 million of funding.
Our roommates at the time.
Despite all of that, they gave Kawhi $28 million to not even appear in a commercial. They were doing commercials and they'd even ask him to be in them.
Yeah. They were like, frankly, it's not worth it. And actually, you may hurt the cause more than help it.
Roping in Mark Cuban to be like the guy who's I'm fighting on the side of Steve Ballmer in the Steve Ballmer versus Pablo Torre wars is just like, man. I'm kind of like the Squidward meme, like looking out the window, watching all the NBA people have fun, like wishing we could have a scandal.
Right,
like
I know, exactly. Is this where we talk about how maybe actually this is all downstream of Bill Simmons?
Yeah, sure.
Is he the reason that Pablo rolled up his sleeves?
Yeah, he said, did I took that personally.
Exactly. Right, yeah.
No. I believe.
I kid. He's been working on this for like 7 months or something.
Exactly. They squashed that beef. No beef there.
I know they did. I know.
No beef.
I just, now that we can talk about the Ringer, I'm trying to any chance I get.
Let's go. All the questions that you've had, let me hear them. I don't know anything about Russillo leaving for Barstool. I know inside info on that. Just kidding. I do. I'll talk to you about it off air.
Fuck yeah. Let's go. Oh, what an episode. Do you think we availed ourselves on this one?
Yeah, we availed. We acquitted ourselves.
Uh-huh.
I think above all else, we collaborated to create a special experience. And not only that, I mean, and in doing so, we grew the pie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. The pizza pie.
Genuinely, I haven't had anything to eat today, and this episode has made me very
Me either.
hungry.
I'm really hungry, and I have about 7 minutes
Sorry.
to eat something before I have to leave and get to a film. Seeing the Matrix on film.
Oh, are you
quite
really
excited?
That's
quite
gonna be fun,
excited.
actually.
And me going on an aside about seeing a movie, which is typical, has stepped on the segue that I was gonna say, which was speaking of growing the pie. You can get more Tipping Pitches over on Patreon. Patreon.com/Tipping Pitches. Grow the pie of our business and of the Tipping Pitches community. 2 different tiers, $5, $10. $5, you're just supporting us. You're getting access to the Slack. Get some newsletters. Been working on a newsletter for a while now. Just really internally debating with myself whether I want to edit it and actually publish it or just let it die.
No, we gotta get it out there. We gotta get it out there.
Okay, great. And $10 tier, which is where you actually get bonus episodes. Most recently, we did a 3 Up, 3 Down. That's 3 things bringing us joy, 3 things taking our joy away, with special guest Ben Lindbergh. I'm sure you've heard of him from Effectively Wild. We have guests on those sometimes, but most often it's me and Alex. Those are every other week, 2 a month. That's what you get when you let your heart win. Anything else, Alex? You're going to continue your streak of offer when I ask you this question at the end of the podcast.
What do you want? You want me to have things saved for this occasion?
I mean, I would think 7 years in, you might have just sort of started to adjust to have at least one thing.
Catches me off guard every single time. No, I don't think so. I want to thank everyone for listening. And we'll see you in Valhalla.
Let's go. Yeah, we'll see you in Valhalla, aka on Patreon, in 3 days. Bye.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alex Rodriguez. Tipping Pitches.
Tipping Pitches.
This is the one that I love the most.
Tipping Pitches.
So we'll see you next week. See ya!